Hey, everybody, it's Eri from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and nothing you hear in this video is financial advice, but rather the curated news and updates, all with verifiable sources and things that I have chosen to provide a unique perspective with fresh content, mostly from my own research instead of relying on other people. This has been my way for 8 years, and I'm glad you're here. Boy, is it a beautiful day. We're looking at the top 100 by market cap. We have a very rare post coming from the chairman of Ripple, and that would be Chris Larsen. Yes, he is now in the top 200 richest people in the world, according to an article that I read based on today's price of XRP. But he is a proud investor in Yellow. As a matter of fact, he led the big $10 million round, and this is a company that is integrated with the XRPL EVM sidechain. I did a very short thread on this very clever layer 3 clearing protocol, which integrates with the XRP Ledger EVM sidechain built by Persist and bridged by Axelar. It's really scalable. It can do up to 100,000 transactions per second. It's modular. This is very, very important. It's open source, non-custodial, and has connection points to every major blockchain. It all stems from an effort that started back in September 2024, and he was able to round up some very interesting VCs. Always take a look and see who is funding what project in blockchain. This is MV Global, and just by seeing their portfolio, they have taken positions in Kraken, Coinbase, Ripple, Circle, Securitize, Bitstamp, Bitfinex. I mean, they have hit on some big home runs. Another company that joined that round was LD Capital, and yeah, their portfolio is just as interesting. Look at this: Mexi, VeChain, Ethereum, Flare, Near. I want to talk a little bit about Near. Just under a week ago, I uploaded this video, which is with Near, and we talked about Near Intense. It was with the 3 Big Waves channel that I share with Jungle Inc. And this channel is really focusing on AI, blockchain, and finance. And you want to keep your eye on that sector of AI blockchain technology because there is going to be so much happening. This chain is pretty amazing. Now, I don't own any Near, but they did integrate with the XRPL ledger, and they're soon coming to the Flare networks. And they have doubled their volume. And today, when I did this post, they were up 19%. But since then, they are up over 30%. Goes to show that the combination of artificial intelligence and blockchain is showing so much potential. The two of them together are becoming the next wave of what we're going to see that really impacts this space. I'm giving you a little warning. You're going to hear from Joe Lubin, and don't just say, I can't do it, because you have to do it. You have to see what ConsenSys is doing. He leads ConsenSys. He has integrated with Swift. We have a little bit more information, and it's really big information. So hang in there with me. I want to cover just a couple of other things, and we're going to listen to this clip that tells us exactly what Linea blockchain is doing with the Swift network. First, take a look at this. This is a factory. They're making Tesla robots, and the robotics, the industry, well, it's starting to have its impact. Challenger, Gray, and Christmas, one of the most credible companies that track analytics and data, it is telling us today that layoffs hit the highest level for the month since 2003. So hiring is slowing to its lowest point in 14 years. 2 reasons for these cuts is people are just trying to control their costs, so they're cost cutting. And the second reason is AI. For those who are not preparing, it's going to be rough. For those of you who are paying attention, new, wonderful, exciting opportunities are coming your way. I'm going to play that clip for you now, and I want you to listen carefully because it's all about this Sibos announcement, the one that we received from the CEO of Swift, which leaked ConsenSys, which is Joe Lubin's company, was building their blockchain. And you're going to find out here the intention is to use Ethereum tokens and do some swapping for settlement. RLUSD on Ethereum could be used because it is considered an Ethereum token, but that would not include XRP because it is a different token standard. Okay, have a listen.
We were in Frankfurt a few weeks ago at the Swift Sibos conference. The CEO indicated in his keynote that ConsenSys is working with Swift to build the Swift digital ledger, and it'll implement financial exchange messaging, ISO 20022. But there's also real intention, and this is a bit of a controversial part because some of the big money center hub banks like the correspondent banking system as it is, but there is real intention to have a bunch of those messages settled effectively in Ethereum token swapping infrastructure. And so bottom line is it's game on. There's a real recognition at that meeting that it's just silly for TradFi and DeFi to be artificially separated and forced never to touch one another. We are seeing comfortably TradFi onboarding itself to DeFi with the Swift work, with work in the DTCC and NASDAQ, stable coins, DAT companies, etc.
If you listen to Brad Garlinghouse in his final statements to close this year's swell, he said that everyone is going to be invited to next year's event. And I started to think, that could be up to 50,000 people. Where are you going to put 50,000 people? There's no indoor venue in New York City that holds 50,000. There's the outdoor areas like Madison Square Garden or MetLife Stadium. So I think it's got to be some place that can hold 25,000, and that would be the Javits Center. If you come to Tokyo, it would probably be Tokyo Big Sight. And if you do visit and there's an event that suits your fancy, do go. It's quite impressive. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.